Welcome to the NoSpoon podcast. Here are your hosts, John and Dale.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out the NoSpoon podcast. My name is Dale.
My name is John, and today we'd like to talk to you about some internet conspiracy theories about eating bugs, a Tyson Foods partnership, Paris being invaded by bugs, and some prominent lefties changing their position on Trump. First off here, go to one of our favorite outlets here, NPR. From Fortune International Politics, a bug-eating conspiracy theory goes mainstream. From April 2nd, 2023 here. In mid-March, a far-right Dutch member of parliament named Thierry Baudet tweeted, "We will not eat the bugs," accompanied by a photo of himself holding a microphone in one hand and pouring golden mealworms out of a bag in the other. Earlier that month, Poland's ruling National Party, Law and Justice, falsely alleged that the opposition civic platform was trying to push citizens into eating worms, prompting the opposition to hit back with a similar accusation. Those are just some of several instances of European right-wing politicians lobbying a conspiracy theory that elites want people to eat bugs. The accusations arrived shortly after the European Union approved mealworm and crickets as food ingredients.
Yeah, this is one of those golden cases of, don't believe your lying eyes. As if we all haven't heard Klaus Schwab or, the UN or all these modern environmentalists talking about how we need to stop doing any kind of farming and because of the cow farts and the climate, emergency, and instead we need to eat bugs because it's much better for the environment. That's why I don't really respect modern environmentalists at all. A great example is if you look at a gathering of leftist environmentalists. When the gathering is over, you'll notice that they leave their crap all over the place. It's disgusting. They litter. They don't clean up anything. And who do you think conserves the environment better? Conservatives or liberals? Conservatives like to go camping. We treat nature with respect. When right-leaning people go hunting, they don't just go out there and start shooting things that move, right? They actually, they pick deer specifically knowing that they want to be able to, continue to have deer in their area, right? So it's not so much about them caring about the actual environment as much as it is that they want to control you and they want to control what you eat and they want to control what you do.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I also think it's really funny about how loud they are about their feelings, but they never actually put them into action. It's almost like the being loud about something is the part that they really like, not actually the cause or anything behind the words.
Right, well, they don't want to have to sacrifice anything for themselves. That's what I mean. They want to control you. They want to force other people to do it. It's the same thing with like taxes and welfare and charity. Like you'll notice that conservatives are much more charitable. Okay. However, liberals want to force other people to give money. They don't want to actually give it themselves.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Very
here.
Similar.
And then going off of that NPR, saying, eating bugs is a right-wing conspiracy, we're just going to pull up another NPR. So your ancestors probably ate insects, so what's bugging you? This is from July 16th, 2018. So literally about 5 years before calling it a conspiracy theory, they've already planted the seeds that, hey, you should probably get ready for this. And then when people start taking notice, because there's a lot of prominent rich people that are pushing this idea, and people on the internet start calling it out, it becomes a conspiracy theory. It's like NPR. You were talking about this, like, what, freaking 5 years ago? But now it's a right wing.
They've openly promoted it multiple times. And first of all, NPR, I'm pretty sure NPR gets tax money.
Yeah.
Because they're supposedly like non-political,
neutral,
which is laughable. I mean, they should be completely defunded. Nobody should listen to NPR unless you're listening for entertainment value to make jokes. They are good content for jokes like this.
No, I wish we had good public fund. Like, dude, if you're gonna actually take my tax money and put towards something, put out some cool podcasts and stuff. There's people doing it in their basement for free, and we've got this taxpayer funded just shovelware. It's literally shovelware.
It is, yeah. And they're completely wrong. Like, they're factually wrong. In 2013, the UN was pushing eating bugs. The BBC wrote about it. In 2018, the New York Times wrote about it. So
I gotta get this off the screen, by the way. So I just we'll play this video. I can't keep staring at that. That's absolutely disgusting. So this is a video directly from the World Economic Forum themselves. Some pioneers for our planets. This is just showing you some of the agenda that they really...
It's not normal that you try and create a high technology company that's farming millions of insects right in the heart of London. But insects are just nature's perfect upcycling machines that create organic, natural protein that we can feed to animals, eventually maybe humans.
Yeah. So, eventually maybe humans. And I'm going to pull that back to the beginning of the video.
They always throw that in there, like, could possibly be.
Possibly one day, maybe we'll get it up to par for you to eat. Like, we just got to seed the idea through all these different rich and celebrities and articles and taxpayer-funded podcasts that are terrible. We got to get the ideas circulating so then when it comes out, you're not as revolted by it.
Right.
So then that really touches on this next article here that we're going to go over with this major acquisition by Tyson Foods. So Tyson Foods announces a partnership with Protix for more sustainable protein production here. So while they're saying, like the guy from the World Economic Forum video was saying that, it's just going to be for this right now. Just like this goes on to say in the article, it says, upon completion, it will be the first at-scale facility with this kind to upcycle food manufacturing byproducts into high-quality insect proteins and lipids, which will primarily be used in pet food, agriculture, and livestock industry. So that's how it starts. Primarily, and this is how it starts. Just like that guy said, we're going to be using it for these things, but hopefully one day it's for food. Well, what do you think Tyson Food, one of the biggest chicken sellers in the entire world, is hoping to do with this investment into insects?
Yeah. I mean, the primarily, like you said, it's just to they're gauging the culture. They're gauging to see how many people will basically fall for it, how many people will support it. And I will say that in some aspects, some of the environmentalists, when it comes to the way that mass farming is done, they have a point. Tyson Foods is a great example. Tyson Foods is disgusting, and I wouldn't recommend anybody buy it. Their chicken is it might be chicken, but it's not raised
for the moment.
Humanely, right, for the moment, until they add crickets to it.
Yeah.
But it's not raised humanely. But the alternative isn't to eat bugs. Just because they're doing a terrible job at farming and they're not humane doesn't mean that we should eat bugs.
No, you should find your local farmer or like Amish people and figure out how you get in on their chicken game.
There's plenty of people. I work with a guy, one of my best friends from back home. They sell, cows by...
And it's cheaper. If I'm not mistaken, it can be you can buy more in bulk, kind of like a Sam's Club deal, but you're getting like cheaper, healthier, non-antibiotic filled.
Absolutely. And it tastes better. You can tell a difference in the taste too. Yes, absolutely.
And moving on from that, kind of hard to wrap my head around the fact that they're really pushing the eating the bugs thing now. It literally gives me the... But from eating bugs to being invaded by bugs, Paris bed bugs hell. Don't panic. The health chief urges. So they've been having social media posts and everything go pretty viral here with people on public transits having their seats covered in bed bugs. And they're telling the people not to worry, but this could be a really big deal coming up here soon because they're going to be hosting the 2024 Olympics here next summer. So there's going to be a whole bunch of international travel. And if they already have bed bugs rampant with no real plan, like he's like, hey, don't really worry about it. Just calm down now. Yeah. they're disgusting and they're hard to get rid of, man. So
Yeah. So fair warning, if you were, if you were planning on attending the 2024 Olympics, which is, it's going to be in Paris. But apparently, it looks like from the article that Paris isn't the only
no
country that's having issues.
Yep.
It looks like there
Belgium.
are other countries that are having these issues. So I wonder, what the cause for that is. Who knows? Maybe NPR will write an article talking about how we should be eating the bed bugs.
Yeah. That could be next. I mean, after you get your mealworms and your crickets, bed bugs, I mean, they multiply fast and they're hard to get rid of. So you'd have
very environmentally friendly. Listen, you need to do it so that we can save the planet. You need to eat these bed bugs.
It's for your health.
It's for your health.
Just
do it. Just do it, bro. Just do it.
And then moving on to this last thing here, this is something I found very interesting. Tech entrepreneur here seems to have a kind of brand
a lot of the good work. I mean, again, man, as a Democrat who has been left homeless, who is now definitely in the center, but probably leaning increasingly right, I'm left yet again with an appreciation, despite the messenger of the message of the Trump administration, because what those guys did was pretty incredible in hindsight. These Abraham Accords, the accords with Israel and the GCC, the almost accord between Israel and Saudi, to really be able to find a long-lasting peace is just a real example for the world. And those guys did a lot of really good work. And
it's a miracle, actually, when you look at it. What they did, despite the fact, listen, I'm no fan of Trump, and I am too homeless.
But this is where,
it's a
can I say
party,
this?
But if you want to objectively look at what they did, it was good work. It was great work.
You have to. And in fact, this is a moment where you have to start to re-underwrite, is your, not you, Jason, but I'm just saying collectively, is one's Trump derangement syndrome causing more damage than anything that Trump could have actually done? And I think the answer is yes, because it's now causing us to not see that good work and then embrace and extend it. So much of the work that happened in that administration turns out to have been right. And that's what's so frustrating for me. The work on the border wall. We didn't like the messenger, so we killed the message. Turned out it was right. Issuing long-term debt to refinance when rates were at zero. We didn't like the messenger, so we killed the message. A structural peace in the Middle East. We didn't like the messenger, so we killed the message. When are we going to stop shooting ourselves in the foot? And when are we going to actually see and take the time to look past who is saying things and actually listen to them word for word? I'll give you an example. I
love that.
Yeah, and I think it's really great hearing it from him because he's a very smart guy. So while I wish it wouldn't have taken necessarily so long for these people to realize that maybe the things he's saying, while I don't like the dude, are correct, or at least better than what we're currently doing. Yeah, I think it's very good hearing it from a very smart entrepreneur who has a very big social media presence to be talking about this. I think it's big.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it's a shame that they couldn't really see it while he was in office, but it comes just in time for 2024. And this is a perfect example of what conservatives were saying all throughout, the Trump administration, was we don't really care all that much about mean tweets. We care more about border security, the economy, peace, with other countries, and not starting endless wars, right? And so, he said it in a certain kind of way, but maybe
a little bombastically.
Right. It's basically talking about the policies are so much more important than whether or not you like the way the guy looks or you like how bombastic he is. He got stuff done, at least more than any other president.
Well, and I think the bombasticness touched a chord with your everyday common citizen, whereas it kind of put off some of your higher class people like Chamath here. he wasn't used to maybe necessarily hearing things so direct and, Trumpy. But I like I said, I know it took a while, but I'm really glad that it seems that maybe we're turning a corner and people are finally able to kind of call it out, because more of the normal people are saying it, that it makes it easier to come out and be like, yeah, I agree. This is kind of wonky where we're at now, and while I didn't like Trump, he was saying some good stuff.
Yep. Remember this next November, please, all you leftist social media executives. When you're thinking about just voting blue, no matter who, just remember how nice it was to pay $2 instead of $4.50 for gas, and remember how nice it was when we didn't have war in the Middle East, and remember how nice it was when we didn't have endless immigration and refugees coming to this country.
And 7% inflation.
Right, yeah, 7%. Yeah.
Well, anyway, anything else you wanted to touch on tonight, my man?
No, I think that was it for me. Thanks for checking it out. Checking out NoSpoon. If you guys want to, you can go to daleupright.substack.com. We'll have the podcast there. Also, NoSpoon on YouTube. That's N0SP00N. The O's are zeros. So check out NoSpoon on YouTube and check out my Substack page.
All right.